Welcome back to Learning the Acoustic Guitar, Part 18 I believe, Strumming Precision. Just a quick episode. I just want to talk a little bit about strumming. Right, we've talked about fretting precision in the last episode. So in accordance with that, I always make sure my capo, again the capo, you can typically have any standard position, you just use those. Again, I don't know if it really preserves the chord, the same notes. Like if I play the A minor chord, standard position, or if I play with capo on the 4th fret. To me, I'm more of an intuitive player. I don't know which notes the open chords go to, but it still sounds like a chord. What we're going to do in this episode is just talk about, again, really focusing on only hitting 4-note chords and 5-note chords, only hitting the strings that are in the chord, just for more clarity. Right, if you're playing, right, I should look this up, but I'm decently confident A minor and D minor. Again, we're using from the common chords progression, A minor, D minor, and E minor. But right, when you're first starting to play, you're always going to start with down strums. Then you'll start working in up strums. And remember how we count. Every time we contact the strings, we just call that a strike, a beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. And so, that's how you count your note durations, and that's how you count your beats per minute. So just on the down strums, like really, I'm just going to give you some drills, and I call these multi-string strikes. And just right, if I strike the chord A minor, I hit all 4 strings. But now for a drill, for a good way to practice strumming precision, is hit just the first 2 strings, the D string and the G string. Now hit the G string, Eddie 8 D, G and B string. Now hit all 4 strings of the chord. And now I'm going to turn on my metronome and now go from the 2 to the 3 to the 4. 2 strings, 3 strings, 4 strings, all in the A minor position. And that's me working up and down, meaning 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2. I'll just go 2, 3, 4 so you can hear it. And that's a great way, right? Like a lot of beginning players, right? For me particularly, it was difficult to really have good timed chord transitions. Right, when I'm doing I would say it probably took me like 6 months to a year of like literally being able to confidently change chords. And so, like I said, I'm on year probably 5 or 6 of truly diligent practice. So I think the multi-hit strings would probably even be better at developing your chord progressions if you just feel like you can't strum a chord. And I want to talk about upstrumming, right? Most of again, when you intuitively everyone's going to be on down beats. Find the downbeat. But I've written one piece, again, I would say upstrum based, just mostly upstrumming. But it just gives the chords a different flavor, right? A lot of people say they run out of things to play. I think multi-hit strings or changing up the multi-hit for just the same chord is really a good way to add flavor. And then also, what did I just say? With the upstrumming, because you just hit a different tone at the beginning of the chord, right? A minor, just in the down strum, all 4 strings. Upstrum, all 4 strings. I missed the D string. Slow it down and just slowly drag your pick through the strings to make sure you hear all notes at the same tempo, pitch, and volume. And so upstrumming is just a good way to use the same chords, same fretting positions, but to give your music more flavor. That's a very common thing. People just say that they run out of things to play, or they've watched enough Marty Schwartz. Shout out Marty Schwartz. I like him. I think he was a good teacher. I've watched a couple of his episodes years back. But let me make sure the camera's still rolling. And so now we're just the other tip or technique that I like to do is just talk about the different where you can strum at with relation to the fretboard and to the sound hole. Again, just stay the same A minor position, capo on the 4th fret. Right, if you're back here towards the, I don't even know what these are called, I kind of forget, but just the bridge or the wherever your strings are based, you get a much brighter sound. Directly over the sound hole, it's just much more resonant. And for right, I'm not even being precise, I'm hitting the open A string. Up on the fretboard, you can still strum the strings, it just gets a much more stringy. You just hear the strings, less resonance, clearly not by the sound hole at all. So those are the techniques I have for strumming precision. And again, just to practice, again, turn on your metronome, just go through. Now we'll practice, we did the multi-hit strings, and now I'll just again try to, with the metronome on, do the up and down strumming, switching between A minor, D minor, and E minor, and just see how fluid I can make the up strum in comparison to the down strum. Typically, when you're learning to play, right, the tendency, the inclination, the proclivity is going to try to right, people playing the air guitar, they're going to start strumming real fast. Slow it down, practice, put on your metronome, and make sure you're hitting the right strings for the chord. And really, just practice your scales for each individual finger, and then practice hitting all strings of the chord at the same that in a way that produces the same volume. And again, the up strum, like I said, I really like those drills for the up strum because down strum is very easy. Because first of all, you can always tilt your guitar like this. This will be very natural. So you get a better angle to literally strike the strings than on the up strum. So if you, again, keep it very, very vertical, your strings vertical, not biased towards the up strum or the down strum, and you should get a better, cleaner strike. Thank you for watching Learning the Acoustic Guitar, Part 18, Strumming Precision.